Hello everyone, welcome again to another edition of Storytime with Robbie. Hope you're all staying well this week. Today I've got we're continuing with some more spring books for you. I know it's a little late, but I just wanted to share these with you before we get into summer, some summer stories. So today I'm going to be reading Superworm by Julia Donaldson, and I'm going to be reading Busy McLizzy by David Shannon. And I will be reading Ladybug Girl and Bumblebee Boy by David Soman. Really hope you enjoy the books. They're going to be good ones. Let's get started. Alrighty, everybody. The first story I'm going to read today is Superworm by Julia Donaldson. Superworm is super long. Superworm is super strong. Watch him wiggle. See him squirm. Hip, hip, hooray for Superworm. Help, disaster. Baby Toad has hopped on a major road. Someone help him. Quick! Oh no! Look, a superworm lasso. The bees are feeling bored today. They need a nice new game to play. Cheer up, bees. No need to mop. It's Superworm, the skipping rope. Beetle's fallen into the well. Is she drowning? Who can tell? Not to panic, all is fine. It's Superworm, the fishing line. Then toads and beetles, bees and bugs, brother snails and sister slugs, Uncle Earwig, Auntie Ant, clap and cheer and chant this chant. Superworm is super long. Superworm is super strong. Watch him wiggle, see him squirm. Hip, hip, hooray for Superworm. The chant is carried on the air to Wizard Lizard in his lair. He mutters in his servant's ear, find that worm and bring him here. The servant crow is black and grim. Everyone is scared of him. They all let out a fearful shriek to see their hero in his beak. The wizard waves his magic flower. Now, Superworm, you're in my power, and you must tunnel, riff, and coil to find me treasure in the soil. Superworm is very cross to have a lizard as his boss, but when he tries to slink away, the wizard's magic makes him stay. For days he tunnels, twists, and winds, but all the treasure that he finds is 2 small buttons, half a quart, a toffee, and a plastic fork. The lizard flicks an angry tail. Have one last try. If you fail to find that treasure down below, I'll feed you to my hungry crow. The crow is flapping through the night. Everyone looks up in fright. They see him perch upon an oak and listen to his dreadful croak. Superworm is good to eat. Superworm's a special treat. He'll be juicy, fat, and firm. Hip, hip, hooray for Superworm. Action! Quickly, at the double, superworm's in frightful trouble. We must help him if we can. We must hatch a cunning plan. The garden creatures leave their home, carrying a honeycomb. They jump and fly and crawl and creep. They chew the petals off his flower to rob him of his magic power. The caterpillars fetch some leaves while busily the spider weaves. The web is strong, the web is tough, the web is plenty big enough. The wizard wakes. This isn't funny. I'm wrapped in leaves and stuck with honey. Then up the bees and beetles fly and lift the web into the sky. This is the place, and bang, crash, thump, the wizard's in the rubbish dump. And now from somewhere underground, there comes a distant rumbling sound. The earth begins to heave, and then Superworm is back again. Superworm, the swing, the slide, the hula hoop, the fairground ride. Superworm, the belt, the hat, the crane, the train, the acrobat. Then toads and beetles, bees and bugs, brother snails and sister slugs, Uncle Earwig, Auntie Ant, clap and cheer and chant this chant. Superworm is super long, Superworm is super strong. Watch him wiggle, see him squirm. Hip hip hooray for Superworm. The end. Alrighty, everybody. The second story I'm going to read today is Busy McLizzie by David Shannon. Busy McLizzie was about the busiest, buzziest bee anyone had ever seen. Like most little bees her age, Lizzie went to school. She always got straight. B's on her report card, that's better than straight. A's if you're in B school. Lizzie did lots of things besides school too. To be or not to be. She took dance lessons, acting lessons, art lessons, and music lessons. She also played B League baseball, and she was a member of the Junior Honey Scouts. The Queen. Everyone asked, "Why so busy, Miss Lizzie?" "Because someday I want to meet the Queen," Lizzie answered, "and when she asks me if I'm the best bee I can be, I'll say, 'Yes, ma'am, I am.'" Of course, Lizzie had lots of friends. Busy Miss Lizzie's best friend was lazy Miss Daisy. Daisy was just the opposite of Lizzie. She liked to go to the garden and lie down in a big flower. "It smells wonderful," she told Lizzie. "Do you want to come with me?" "I'm too busy for that," Lizzie always said. Lizzie's other friends were quite busy and buzzy, though some of them did some things with her. Others did other things with her. But busy Miss Lizzie did everything. The only bee that was maybe even busier than Lizzie was her mom. One day, everyone in Hivetown was buzzing with some exciting news. There was going to be a spelling contest. The busiest, buzziest little bees were going to complete, and the winner would get to meet the queen. The 3 lucky bees chosen for the contest were Newsy Susie, who knew pretty much everything, knew everything about everything. Zack, pat on the back, who never ever got in trouble, and busy Miss Lizzie. Congratulations! Lizzie was so thrilled she just about buzzed herself silly. This is my big chance, she shouted. Lizzie studied so hard for the spelling contest that she barely got any sleep. I'm worried about you, said her mom. You need to rest, Daisy agreed. Why don't you take a day off and go to the garden with me? Lizzie was cranky. I don't see how you can just lie around and do nothing, she said. Well, I like doing nothing, Daisy replied. It's nice to just think about things, and sometimes I read a book or I talk to other bees. Last time I met a very nice old lady who knows lots of stories. You should meet her. I'm too busy, said Lizzie again. Tomorrow is the big day, Daisy smiled. Lizzie, you're the most amazing bee I know. I'm sure you'll win. If I can stay awake, joked Lizzie. The next day, the entire colony was at the spelling contest. Everyone buzzed as loud as they could when the queen arrived. Newsy Susie, Zack, pat on the back, and Lizzie battled through round after round. But then Susie forgot a Z in razzmatazz, and Zack was fooled by bamboozly. All Lizzie had to do was spell Quizzica, and she could win. She closed her eyes to think, and then it happened. Busy McLizzie dozed off. She woke up shouting, Q-U-I-Z-Z-I-C-A-L. Her mom and Daisy were next to her bed. I have to get back to the contest, Lizzie cried. I have to meet the queen. That was 3 days ago, said Lizzie's mom. The doctor says nothing but rest for you now. I'm so sorry. I should have said that a long time ago. Well, said Lizzie, trying not to cry. At least now I can go to the garden with Daisy. Good idea, said Lizzie's mom. It's so beautiful, Lizzie gasped as they laid back in a flower. But she was still thinking about the contest. Maybe I should go home and study my spelling, though, for next year. Who thinks about spelling in the middle of a garden? Said a strange voice. Lizzie looked up and saw an old bee smiling at her. Daisy shouted, That's my friend I told you about. Lizzie thought the old bee looked familiar. Then she realized, You're the queen, she exclaimed. You are, mumbled Daisy. What happened to your big hair? The queen laughed. Oh, I wear my wig so they have something to put that silly crown on. But aren't you too busy to be here? Lizzie asked. I'm busy doing nothing, answered the queen. It helps me the best bee I can be. Lizzie knew exactly what the queen meant. If I wasn't so tired, I would have won the spelling contest. She sighed. Yep, said the queen, but then you probably wouldn't be here, and aren't you happy right now? Lizzie thought for a second. There she was in the beautiful garden with her best friend and the queen. Yes, ma'am, I am, she replied. And that's how Busy McLizzy learned to stop and smell the flowers, which, when you think about it, is exactly what bees are supposed to do. The end. Alrighty, everybody. The third story I'm going to read today is Ladybug and Bumblebee Boy by David Solomon. Ladybug Girl is ready to play, says Lulu. She has been waiting forever to go to her favorite playground, the one with the twisty slide and the bouncy dinosaurs. Her mama grabs Bingle's leash and says, "All right, let's go." Ladybug leaps over sidewalk cracks that are as big as crayons. When she sees Mr. Robbins carrying her groceries, Ladybug swoops over to help. The bag is as heavy as a boulder, but it isn't a problem for Ladybug, and Ladybug can count really high. She counts mailbox after mailbox after mailbox, all the way up to infinity. Bingo sniffs everything. When they get to the playground, it is full of kids, while Bingo settles in his spout under a bench. Lulu looks around for someone to play with. She sees Sam from her music class. He's playing by himself in the sandbox. "Hi, Sam," she says. "Hi, Lulu," he says back. "Want to play with me?" "Sure. What do you want to play?" asks Lulu. "Diggers, of course," says Sam. Lulu has never really liked playing diggers. She doesn't like getting sand in her boots. "How about monkeys?" In a flash, Lulu is hanging from the jungle gym. "Monkeys is the best," Lulu yells. "No, I don't like that," says Sam. Lulu watches Sam run off to the big castle. "Well, maybe we could play castle," Lulu thinks. Being a princess wouldn't be so bad, but Sam is standing at the bottom of the castle, and that's not where she usually plays. Why are you down there?" Lulu asks, puzzled. "Don't you think playing on the top is better?" When Sam doesn't answer, Lulu says, "Never mind, I know the perfect thing for us to do. The seesaw." She runs over and sits down on one side of the seesaw and waits and waits. Sam just stands there, not getting on. The other side is high and empty while she is stuck on the ground. Lulu and Sam glare at each other. Neither one of them says anything. Then Lulu sputters, "You don't want to do anything I want to do, and you don't want to do what I want," Sam grumbles. Lulu's cheeks are getting hot. She is very frustrated. Why doesn't Sam want to play? She definitely didn't have this problem on the way to the playground. When she was Ladybug Girl, it was easy to have fun. Then maybe she should go play by herself. And then Lulu has an idea. She takes a deep breath and says, "Do you want to play Ladybug Girl with me?" "Ladybug Girl, how do you play that?" asks Sam. "I'll show you," she says. "Ladybug Girl has superpowers. I can fly and I'm super strong." Superpowers? Sam is very interested. "And who can I be?" he asked. "Well, you sort of look like a bee," says Lulu. "A bee? Yeah! A bee can fly and he will sting people if they bother him. I need a stinger, says Sam. He sees a stick and picks it up. I'm Bumblebee Boy, Sam declares, and I'm Ladybug Girl, yells Lulu. Nothing can stop us. Ladybug Girl and Bumblebee Boy zoom around the playground looking to help anyone in trouble. A squirrel scampers by Bingo. Oh no, yells Bumblebee Boy. That scary monster is trying to get your dog. He needs our help right away. We're coming, Bingo, says Bumblebee Boy. They bravely charge forward. The scary monster is no match for their superpowers and leaps away. We did it! We saved Bingo! Are you okay? Asked Ladybug Girl. Bingo wags his tail. The Bumblebee Boy runs toward the swings. Watch how high I can fly, he yells. I can fly high too, Ladybug Girl says, running behind him. They are soon whipping through the air. They flap their wings harder and harder. They are so high they can almost touch a cloud. Look, says Ladybug Girl, waving toward the tire swing. There's a mean robot. It's going to crush the playground. We need to stop it. They rush over to the mean robot. Ladybug Girl grabs on and jumps on top of its head. Bumblebee Boy stings it with his stinger again and again. This will teach you not to mess with Bumblebee Boy and Ladybug Girl. Feeling rather proud for saving the playground and probably the whole town, Ladybug Girl and Bumblebee Boy decide to have a parade on the bouncy dinosaurs. It's a very important celebration. A crowd gathers to watch the parade. People cheer and throw flowers at them. Two girls who are watching them come over. Can we play with you? Asks Marley. I can be a butterfly girl. No, says Kiki. We already decided I'm butterfly girl. You can be dragonfly girl. Ladybug Girl and Bumblebee Boy look at them. If we're going to play together, says Ladybug Girl, we don't fight each other. Yeah, we work together to fight bad guys, like the giant snake over there, says Bumblebee Boy, pointing at the twisty slide. Ladybug Girl adds, and Dragonfly Girl can breathe fire. Fire! I'm Dragonfly Girl, agrees Marley. As Dragonfly Girl breathes fire, Ladybug Girl yells, "Watch out, you big giant snake! Here comes the Bug Squad!" Later, when it's time to go, Lulu says, "It was fun playing together. Do you want to play Bug Squad tomorrow?" asks Sam. "Definitely, because Ladybug Girl and Bumblebee Boy can do anything." Mama asks Lulu as they head home, "Can we get things for Bingo?" The end. Alrighty, everybody. Really hope you enjoyed the books today. And you know, the reason why I chose these books is because these are things that we can see in spring, like worms and bees and all that. We all kind of see those in spring. You know, we don't see those a lot in the winter and possibly the fall as well. But that's why I chose those books for you, for spring books. Thank you so much again for watching and for joining me again today. Remember, as always, please comment on the video and let me know what you think of the books. I always like to hear your feedback. Have enjoy the rest of your Wednesday and your week, and I will see you here Saturday for the Saturday edition of Story Time with Robbie. See you then. Adios!